So let us start with next chapter, chapter number 5, that is business level strategies. Now, business level strategies means applicable to which level of management? Top level, middle level, or lower level? It is applicable to middle level management. Now, sir, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about only two concepts. One is Michael Porter, clear? Michael Porter, or you can say basically we'll write just Porter's five forces model. Porter's five forces model. Clear? And second thing what we are going to study here is Porter's generic strategies. Porter's generic strategies. So Porter's five forces model and Porter's generic strategies. Now, sir, in Porter's five forces model, we are going to discuss about five concepts. Clear? Name itself tells you. Number one, threat of new entrant. Clear? Threat of new entrant. Second one is bargaining power of buyers. Bargaining power of buyer. Clear? Then we have bargaining power of seller. Bargaining power of seller. Then we are going to discuss about rivalry among current players. Rivalry among current players. Clear? Rivalry among current players. And then we have threat of substitutes. Threat of substitutes. Clear? Threat of substitutes. These are the five factors which we are going to discuss under Porter's five forces model. And in generic strategies, we are going to discuss about three strategies here. One is cost leadership strategy. Cost leadership strategy. Second one we have here is differentiation strategy. And then we have last one, clear, last one we have is best cost provider strategy. Not sorry, focus strategy. Focus strategy. Clear? So these are the three strategies what we are going to discuss under Porter ka generic strategies. In every concept we are going to study three things. First we are going to study the meaning of the strategy. Then we are going to study about features of the strategy. Then we are going to study about advantages. And we are also going to study about disadvantages. Clear? Meaning, features, advantages, disadvantages, all concepts come. So this is what we are going to discuss in this chapter. Porter's five forces model and Porter's ka generic strategy. Now let us start with, clear, now first let us start with Michael Porter ka, clear, let us start with Michael Porter ka five forces model. Porter's five forces model. In Porter's five forces model, first one what did I tell? Threat of new entrant. Clear? First point is threat of new entrant. So what exactly do we mean by threat of new entrant? Means, in simple words, if I say, when a new company enters into market, simple logic, when a new company enters into market, existing company ka market share reduces, correct or not? When a new company enters into the market, then automatically what will happen? Present company ka market share will decrease. Like let us take an example of telecom industry. Telecom industry. In telecom industry, there were many players, right? Airtel was there, clear. Aircel was there, Idea was there, Vodafone was there, then Uninor, Telenor, then we had T24, then we had Tata ka Docomo, Tata Indicom, then we have BSNL, clear? So Airtel, Aircel, Idea, Vodafone, Uninor, Telenor, T20, Videocon. Like this, there were so many companies, right? There were so many companies. But immediately what happened? Immediately when Jio came into market. Immediately when Jio came into market, Tata Docomo is not there now. Clear? Tata Docomo is not there now. Tata Indicom is not there. Videocon is not there. Idea and Vodafone have become one. Aircel is not there, Uninor, Telenor, T24, all these companies come market share, they lost to whom? Geo. So in the same way, whenever a new company, similarly, in same way, same example, when a new company is coming into market, what is happening to existing businesses? So existing businesses come market share will reduce. That is why according to Potter, should I allow these companies to enter into market or should I create a barrier to entry? According to you, tell me, should I allow new companies to enter into market and snatch away my market share, or should I create a barrier to entry? I should create a barrier to entry. So whenever there is a threat of new entrant, what you should create? Clear? Barriers to entry should be created. Barriers to entry. Barriers to entry has to be created. Means either I should try to ensure that they don't enter into the industry. That is called what? Barriers to industry. Now, so what do we mean by, in simple words, if we have to sum up, what do we mean by threat of new entrants? Threat of new entrants means new entrants can reduce new entrants into the industry can reduce your industry's profitability. Industry profits. Simple. Obviously, sir, when a new company comes, new my market share will be snatched away by new company. Now, I'm not telling that complete market share will go off, but little percentage of my market share will be going off to whom, sir? A new person, because of which my profits will come down. That is why we can also say that important for MCQ this point. New entrant is always a source of source of powerful competition. Powerful competition. Here it is always a source of what, sir? Powerful competition. And one more thing, bigger the new entrant. This is one more point what you have to remember. Bigger new entrant, bigger the new entrant, bigger will be the competitive effect, or you can say severe will be the effect. Simple. Smaller the competitor, if a small new company is coming into the market, I will be least bothered. But when a new big company enters into the market, I will be tensed. Why? Because bigger the size of the company, bigger will be the impact on the business. Clear? Next. So as I already told you, whenever a new entrant enters into the market, what should existing companies do? Existing companies should discourage the new entrant. I repeat, existing companies should discourage new entrant. Existing companies should discourage whom, sir? New entrant. Clear? How to discourage, sir? How to discourage? Create barriers to entry. Create entry barriers. Entry barriers means these are the factors which will make sure, clear, these whatever factors we are going to discuss now, that entry barriers, these barriers will make the new company think twice before entering into the market. I repeat, These factors, called as entry barriers, which we are going to discuss now, will make sure that the new company which is planning to enter into the market will think two or three times before entering into the market. Why? I'm not making it easy for them to enter the market. I'm making it difficult for them to entering into the market. How to make it difficult? Create entry barriers. What are these entry barriers, sir? There are many entry barriers. One by one, let us discuss. Entry barrier number, clear entry barrier number one. Entry barrier number one, capital requirements. Capital requirements. Entry barrier number two, economies of scale. Economies of scale. Entry barrier number three, product differentiation. Clear? Product differentiation. There are many barriers. First, let us discuss these three. First one is capital requirements. Second one is economies of scale. And third one is product differentiation. In total, we have around seven. Clear? In total, we have around seven examples of entry barriers. Sir, entry barrier number one is what, sir? Capital requirements. Sir, what exactly do we mean by capital requirements? It means when large amount large amount of capital when large amount of capital is required to enter in industry to enter the industry, what will happen? Firms lacking funds will enter the industry or will not enter into the industry, are barred from entering the industry, obviously, sir. Clear? In case if in order to enter into an industry, huge investment is required, crores of rupees, millions of rupees are required, but those companies which do not have this much money will obviously not enter into the market, right? So can I say huge capital requirements will be one barrier which can be created, or which is one of the examples of barrier to entry into market? Like, let us say pharma industry. Let us take an example of pharma industry. Pharma industry. Pharma industry mein what is required, sir? If a new company wants to enter into pharma industry, number one, huge investment to create plant, plus brand awareness. Brand awareness. Clear? So if let us say there are big pharma companies in India already. Aurobindo Pharma is there, Dr. Reddy Laboratories is there, Serum Institute of India is there, Cipla is there. So many are there, right? Abbott Limited is there. Now, in case if I want to enter into a pharma industry, then what is required? Number one, huge investment is required. So lots of like research and development where I need to invest money. Clear? Then I need to invest money in scientists too. I need to invest money in constructing the building where I can sit and work. I need to invest money in manufacturing plant. Lot of investment. On top of that, since already existing big brands are there, I need to create my brand awareness in the minds of consumers, which is not that easy. Because of this, what will happen? Because of these two reasons. Due to these reasons. Due to these reasons, it becomes difficult. Clear? Due to these reasons, it becomes difficult to enter pharma industry. Pharma industry. Since it becomes difficult to enter, many people, many small companies, what they will do? They will try not to enter into the market only. They will try to exit the market. This is called which requirements? Capital requirements. This is problem number one. Means this is a problem number one or a barrier number one, because of which new companies may think twice or thrice before entering into the industry. Why? Huge money is required. Then we have economies of scale. Sir, what do we mean by economies of scale? Economies of scale means decline in per unit cost. Decline in per unit cost of product due to increase in volume. Means produce more goods and bring your cost per unit down. Clear? Now according to you, which company has this advantage? According to you, tell me, think and tell me. You think the new company a new company which wants to enter into the industry, will it take such a big risk of manufacturing huge quantities of goods and services in order to bring the cost down? Or the existing company can do this? Only an existing company can do this. Why? They have a knowledge of clear, it's already there in the industry. It has a knowledge about its customers. It knows who will buy, who will not buy the product. It can anticipate the future demand. All these advantages are there with existing company only. So that is why can I say, now tell me, if an existing reputed company is selling goods at a price lesser than new company, existing brand is selling the goods at a cheaper price than compared to new brand, obviously people will go and buy which brand, sir? Existing well established brand ka products only they will buy. Why will they buy new company unbranded company ka product when existing brand only is giving you at lesser price? No one will buy, or very rarely people will buy. So that is why we can say, due to this reason, a large firm enjoys, due to this large firms enjoy large firms enjoy economies of scale. Economies of scale. Clear? Large firms enjoy economies of scale. How, sir? By producing high volumes and with low unit cost. Simple. So existing company is already there from so many years. I'm already a big company. I'm already there in the industry from so many years. I know who will buy my product, who will not buy my product, how to market my product. So in order to know what happens when existing companies start selling the product at a cheaper price, obviously people will obviously buy existing company branded products rather than unbranded products of new companies. Because of this, can I say this tends to discourage. Here, this tends to discourage new entrants. New entrants. Here, this tends to discourage whom, sir? New entrants. Why? Due to high cost. Due to high cost. Simple. Because they can't produce more quantities, right? Since they are able to produce only less quantities. Why? Sir, just now I'm entering into the industry. I have zero experience in the industry. I don't know how to reduce the cost. I don't know whether people will buy my product or not. I don't even know whether demand will be there or not. How much demand will be there? Nothing I know. That is why I will produce only lesser quantity, because of which what is going to happen? My cost of production is increasing. When existing companies are providing the same products, better quality, better brand value at a lesser price, very rarely I see people buying my products, because of which I think, okay, better not to enter into industry only. That is one more example of barrier. Then we have product differentiation. So product differentiation means, in simple words, it means physical or you can also say perceptual differences. Clear? Perceptual differences. Physical or perpetual differences that make a product unique or special. Clear? That make a unique product in the eyes of customer. In the eyes of customer. Now, sir, according to you, which company will provide more innovative products? Who can invest more in research and development? According to you, which company can invest more money in research and development and try to create some uniqueness for the customers, irrespective of whether profits will be there or not? New company or existing company? If obviously existing company, since existing company is providing you better features than compared to the new company. Since existing company ka product mein some special features are there, some uniqueness are there, which existing company is not able to provide you, then it is called what? Then only product differentiation will happen. Just a minute. So because of this, what will happen? Existing companies will overpower the new companies. That is why can I say this works this works as an entry barrier. As an entry barrier. Clear? This works as an entry barrier. As cost of creating uniqueness. Cost of creating uniqueness is costly. Obviously, sir. If I want to provide some special features at a clear, if I want to provide some unique features or special features, I have to spend money in R&D, which existing companies are capable of doing. Why? Because they are already well established. New companies will find it difficult to do this. Next, these were three factors. Then next, fourth factor. Fourth factor we have is switching cost. Switching cost. Then we have brand identity. Then we have clear access to distribution channels. Access to distribution channels. Clear? Switching cost. Then we have is brand identity, and then we have access to distribution channels. Next 3 points. Total 7 points. 3 points we have discussed here, 3 now and 1 later. Sir, what do we mean by switching cost? Sir, switching cost means new entrant new entrant must be able to persuade must be able to clear, persuade existing companies, existing customers of other companies to switch to its product. Switch to its products. Clear? Now, it means when a new company enters into the market, see, when a new company enters into the market, it should have that capability to pull the customers from existing businesses. It should convince you. Is it easy? Let us say, for example, from last 15 to 20 years, you are using Colgate. From last 15 to 20 years, either you are using Colgate or Pepsodent. One new company comes. When new company comes, here when now new company is trying to convince you to shift from Colgate and Pepsodent to its own brand. Now tell me, will you switch? Last 20 years, say you are using Colgate and Pepsodent. Now new company is asking you to stop using Colgate and Pepsodent and try its product. Will you try? Will you leave the company which you are using from last 20 years, which you are comfortable with that toothpaste? Will you leave and go to the new company product? No. So it's not that easy, right? It is not easy for a new company to force or convince. Persuade means convince existing customers to use its products. It's very difficult. How will I make? See, I've already purchased. Let us say this is easy. Pepsodent and Colgate, people may shift. But let us say in case of car, in case of mobile phone, in case of car, in case of costly items, then making the people, convincing the people to buy my product is very difficult. Why? Products are very costly. So in order to make a switch, in order to make switch, clear? In order to make switch, buyers may need to buyers may buyers may need to test product. Buyers may need to test the product. due to which substantial due to which substantial financial costs are incurred. Financial costs are incurred. Like let us say for example, if an Android mobile clear, if a person having an Android mobile phone wants to shift to iOS iPhones, then the cost of switching is very high. The cost of switching is very high. Example, sir, in your Google Drive, whenever you open a Google Drive account, Google Drive is free up to 15 GB. But in iCloud, which an Apple user gets, only 5 GB is free. Number two, clear? You cannot download movies directly. Like in Android, what do? We go to some XYZ website, download a movie, click, and it will play. That is not possible in iOS. What you have to do? You have to take subscription on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Z5, etc., etc. So lot of expenses are involved. Lot of expenses are involved in maintaining an iPhone when compared to Android phone. So since the cost of switching between an Android phone to iPhone is very high, you think people will easily shift from Android phones to iPhones, or it is difficult to make them shift? Difficult to make them shift, especially in developing countries like India. Since lot of cost is involved in shifting from Android phone to iOS, that is why many people in India are not shifting. First of all, cost of purchase is very high. Cost of purchase is very high. On top of that, lot of subscriptions and payments you have to make every time you want to do something. These are all the reasons because of which what is happening, the financial cost is very high, due to which people are not shifting in developing countries to iPhones. That is an example of what, sir? That is an example of switching cost. Then we have brand identity. Clear? Brand identity is nothing but brand value. Clear? Brand value of products and services offered by existing firms may act as a entry barrier may act as entry barrier Here may act as entry barrier. Clear? Brand value. So obviously sir, existing company ka brand is already created. New company is trying to create a brand. Existing company ka brand is already created. New company is trying to create a brand. So obviously the existing company ka brand value is very big. Obviously people will stay with this company only, right? Why will they go for new company? So getting new customers, making a brand identity for yourself as a new company, it takes time. That is one more problem. So can I say new entrants often find it difficult new entrants often find it difficult here new entrants often find it difficult in building brand identity it's not that easy, right? It may take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Sometimes that brand may not be created at all. It takes a lot of time to establish a brand, right? And moreover, gestation period of customer loyalty customer loyalty is very high is very high like from last 5 years I've been using iOS. From last 5 years I've been using iOS. Sir, from 2009 till I think 2016, from 2009 till 2016 I was only into Android. Means 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost for 7 years I was there with Android. Means it took Apple to convince me 7 years to shift from Android to iOS. From last 5 years I'm using iOS now. Now, how many years I will be there with iOS? Maybe 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years, or lifetime. How many years now it will take for Android to convince me to reshift from iOS to Android? It may take 5 years also, 10 years also, 15 years also. So that waiting period is very high. Why? Customer loyalty, right? Since customer is loyal towards your product, customer will be reluctant to shift to new brand. because of which waiting period, gestation period is very high. It is difficult to convince a customer within a short period of time to shift to our brand. Then we have access to distribution channels. One more thing, sir, unavailability of distribution channels. Unavailability of distribution channels is another barrier to new entrant. New entrant. Unavailability of distribution channel means people are not ready to keep my product because it's an unbranded product. There is no brand value for me. There is no customer loyalty towards me. Customers are not aware about this product, so they are reluctant to keep my products. So even though clear, despite growth of e-commerce, many businesses clear, despite growth of e-commerce, many businesses clear, many businesses rely on what? Rely on physical distributions. Sir, even though today majority of the things are bought online, purchased and sold online, but still physical facilities are like very important. Like let us say DMart. Even though I can buy the same product on Amazon or Flipkart, but still I'm going to DMart. That is why it is very important for me to have physical facilities also. But problem, sir, existing firms have a better influence. Existing firms existing firms have better control on distribution facilities, on distribution clear channels. Obviously existing brand ka product only supermarkets will keep. Why will they keep my product when they don't even know my company, about no advertisement, no customer awareness, nothing? It might be risky for them, right? That is why they may again go with the existing company ka product only rather than going with my product. Now last one, possibility of, just a minute, possibility of aggressive retaliation, possibility of aggressive retaliation, clear, retaliation by existing players means I know that if I enter into the market, existing player are going to have a war with me. They will try to ensure that they will move me out of the market. I am afraid of that. In that tension only I am not entering into market. I feel that if I enter into the market, existing player will make my business worst, will make sure that they don't even stay in the industry. In that fear of existing companies putting a hammer on my head, hitting my business very hard, in that fear only I'm not entering the market. That is why sometimes clear, sometimes the mere threat of clear aggressive retaliation, clear, sometimes the mere threat of aggressive retaliation by existing firms can deter new firms from entering the market. Simple. In that fear only I will not try to enter into the market. Simple. Clear? So what is the first point, sir, under threat of, what is the first point under Potter's 5 forces model? Threat of new entrants. Threat of new entrants means when a new company enters into the market. Clear? When a new company enters into the market, existing companies ka market share might decrease. That is why they try to create what? Barriers to entry. Means they will not allow the new companies to enter into market. How to stop them, sir? Create a barrier. How to create a barrier? Example number one, capital requirements. Industry which requires huge amount of investment to enter into the industry. In that type of industry, obviously, that small companies will stop thinking about entering the industry only. And what about big companies? If they have money, they will enter. If they don't have money, they will not enter. Then we have economies of scale. What will I see? In order to ensure that new companies do not enter into the industry, what will I do? I will produce more. When my production increases, my cost of production decreases, price of the product decreases. Since new company ka price is more than my company's price, I'm already having a brand value. That is why public will purchase my products only rather than new company ka products. Plus, I will be able to provide better features at a better price than compared to my competitors. That is why product differentiation is also an advantage for existing businesses. Then, sir, it is difficult to convince the existing customers of existing company to shift to my company. Why? The cost of shifting might be high. That is why they might be reluctant to shift. Again, here who is having an advantage? Existing businesses. When I enter into the market, I have zero brand identity. I have to build it from the scratch. From zero, I have to build my brand identity. But sir, existing companies, they already built there. They have already entered into the market long back. They already have created their brand identity. That is why here also advantage goes to existing companies. Then we have access to distribution channels. Obviously, sir, many supermarkets are there. Like D-Mart is there, like D-Mart is there, Ratnadeep is there, Spencer's is there, Spar supermarket is there. These all supermarkets, clear? These all supermarkets will be reluctant to keep my products because I'm a new company. I don't have any brand value. That is why here also who is having an advantage? Again, a existing business. Plus, just a me like, forget about all these points what we have studied till now. I fear that if I enter into the market, they will hit my business so hard that they will not think of entering into the industry only. In that fear only, I'm not entering into the industry. I have a fear that when I enter into the industry, all big companies will put a hammer on my head. They will hit my business very hard. They will block my business. Clear? These are all what, sir? These are all barriers to entry. They come under what? Threat of new entrants. Now, now we have second factor. Clear? Now we have second factor. Second factor. What is second factor? Bargaining power of buyers. Bargaining power of buyers. So bargaining power of buyers, I repeat, bargaining power of buyers means what? It means the buyer ka influence of a buyer. Influence of buyer. Influence of buyer. And this influence of buyer is impacting what? Is impacting the prices, what? Producer. Here, this is impacting the prices what producers can charge. Simple. The buyer ka influence in the market is so high that the producer is decide here it is impacting the price what a producer has to charge. Because of this influence or because of this power, what is going to happen? Buyers bargain for better services. Buyers bargain for better goods and services. Obviously, sir, when I am paying money, I expect clear. When I am paying money, I expect the product to be quality to be good, service quality to be good. Since I am forcing the company to provide me better goods and services, there is no other option for a producer but to change the method of production, because of which the cost may either increase or decrease. Because of this, what happens? In clear investment of producer increases. Investment of producer increases. Obviously, sir, since you are not providing good quality products at the price what you are charging, I am forcing you to provide good quality products and services. And when I force you, when you have no other option, now what will you do? You'll start investing money in technology. Clear? Next. Now how do I know whether there is a bargaining power of buyer or not? Number one, clear? How do I know? Like buyers have full knowledge. Buyers have full knowledge. Clear? Buyers have full knowledge about of sources of products and their substitutes. I have a very good idea about the product what I'm buying plus the substitutes of the product. Since I have a complete knowledge about the product what I'm buying plus the substitutes of the products, I will be in a position to bargain. Like bargain for what? Good quality, less price. I will be able to bargain for better quality and less price. That is why what happens due to this, they challenge the producer. Due to this, they challenge producer. For what, sir? For two things: better quality and less price. Simple. If my company does not provide better quality at a lesser price, obviously, since my customer knows about in detail about my product, plus that person also knows about what the substitutes. Obviously, if I don't provide better quality and lesser price, because of their knowledge, they will shift to some other product, right? Next, they spend a lot of money. Reason number two, they spend lot of money on industry products. Industry products. Here, they spend a lot of money on industry products. Means big buyers. Big buyers. Sir, I'm buying one or two televisions. I will not have that power to bargain for quality and price. But imagine, let us say, imagine that I'm having a hotel. I have recently started a hotel business wherein 100 rooms are there. I need 100 television sets. I need 100 air conditioners. I need 100 tube lights, bulbs. I need so many items. Since who am I now? I'm a big buyer. Since I am buying huge quantity from you, that is why I expect what? Better quality and a better discount than compared to your competitors. I will be in a position to bargain, right? So that is why big buyer will have what, sir? Big buyer will be in a position, big buyer will be in a position to demand favorable terms of contract. Terms of contract. Clear? Favorable terms of contract means I will decide what, how, clear, I will decide the discount. You have to listen, no other option. Otherwise, you lose a big customer, right? Next, industry's product. Next, reason number three for bargaining power of buyer. Industry product is not perceived is not perceived as critical. Industry's product is not perceived as critical as per buyer's needs. As per buyer's needs. As per buyer needs. Means, see, it is not an essential product to me. I can manage without buying your product also, but you cannot manage without selling it to me. I have multiple other options, right? I have lots of substitutes available. If you don't sell, I will go to second person. Second person doesn't listen to me, I will go to third person. I have lot of substitutes, right? So these are the three reasons where we find what's our bargaining power of buyers. Now, just like we have bargaining power of buyers, we also have what? Bargaining power of suppliers. Bargaining power of suppliers. Bargaining power of suppliers. Now, sir, what do we mean by bargaining power of suppliers? Sir, suppliers also have an impact on clear supplier. Supplier means raw material, example, raw material supplier. supplier to suppliers to exercise considerable bargaining power over over purchasing companies. These people clears just like buyers, supplier will also try to dominate the purchasing company. So already customer is trying to dominate my company. On top of that, supplier is also trying to dominate my company. So more clear, it mostly happens because of what? More specialized the offering is. Here more specialized the offering is, greater will be the clout means clear. So like let us say for example, higher the customized clear, more the customized type of products I'm buying, more bargaining power that fellow will have. Clear. So higher the specialized products I'm buying, higher will be the bargaining power of the supplier. And why, sir? How do I know whether a buyer supplier is having a bargaining power or not? Number one, products are yes, suppliers products are here crucial to buyer. Simple. My product is very important for you. Without my raw material, you will not be able to manufacture the goods. Next, substitutes. Substitutes are not available. Clear? Substitutes are not available. Simple. Substitutes are not available, sir. If you want to buy, I am the only option. Then I will dictate my own terms and conditions. You cannot decide your own terms, right? Next, high switching cost. High switching cost. Okay, sir, substitutes are available, but problem if you want to shift to some other company. Clear? In case if you want to shift to some other company product, then switching cost is very high. That is why you are again coming back to me only, right? That is why I will again have a domination on you. And clear here, suppliers are more concentrated than buyers. Clear? Suppliers are more concentrated than buyers. I repeat, suppliers are more concentrated than buyers. What do we mean by this? Means suppliers are less, buyers are more. Obviously, sir, when suppliers are less in number and buyers are more in number, obviously supplier will have a power to bargain, right? Next. So how many factors we have done? 3. Fourth factor in Potter's 5 forces model, nature of rivalry. Nature of rivalry in industry. Clear? Nature of rivalry in industry means existing companies are only fighting with each other. That is why a rivalry between existing players. Clear? Rivalry between existing players is quite obvious. Here, I repeat, rivalry between existing players is quite obvious. There is no clear. Existing companies will fight with each other. Why, sir? To get more customers, right? So the more intense the competition is, more intense the competition is, the more intense the competition is, less attractive. Less attractive will be the industry. Obviously, more number of competitors are there, already lots of people are competing with each other in the market. If I enter, what can I do? Already lot of companies are there, right? And because of this, what will happen? Because of more number of people, cutthroat competition will be there. Because of cutthroat competition, what will happen? Here, industry profits are low. Industry profits are low. Cutthroat competition will be there and industry profits are low. And when will this happen? When will cutthroat competition and industry profits will be less? When clear? When there are many reasons. Number one, when there is no clear leader. When there is no clear leader. Means, sir, there is no number one, number two in the market. They are all fighting with each other to get number one position in the market. As of today, there is no company which is dominating the market. They are trying to find out the company which is dominating the market. They are fighting with each other. Because of this, what happens? There is a continuous war. There is continuous war. There is continuous war. For what? Continuous war for leadership. Everyone wants to become a market leader, right? That is why there is a continuous war for leadership. Then number of competitors number of competitors in the industry are high. Clear? Number of competitors in the industry are very high, and moreover competitors operate at high fixed cost. So since my fixed costs are high, obviously my profits will be less. Then high exit barriers. Competitors face high exit barriers. Clear? Competitors face high exit barriers. So that is why what they will do, keep fighting for what? For market share. If I don't fight for market share, what is going to happen? I will be removed from the company. I will be removed from the industry. Sukoon se. Next, then competitors have little differentiation opportunity. Competitors have little opportunity for differentiation. Competitors have little opportunity for differentiation. Means almost every company ka products are same. Differentiation is very not there only, because of which every company ka products are same. Very rarely I find different products, because of which consumer is confused. Every company ka profits are coming down. And industry growth rate is very slow. These are the reasons. Very slow. So these are the reasons for what? Existing rivalry, because of which cutthroat competition is there and industry profits are at an all-time low. Clear? Now, what is the last factor, sir? Last factor here is threat of substitutes. Threat of substitutes. Obviously, sir, substitute is a big threat for competition. Now, firms must search clear firms before entering into market. Clear? Firms before entering into market should search for products which perform. Clear? Search for products which can perform similar functions, similar or near same functions. In case if substitutes are very high in number, better not to enter the industry only. If number of substitutes are less in number, better enter into the industry. Clear? So how many, sir? 5 factors we have discussed. Any doubts in this concept? So now let us start with Michael Porter ka generic strategies. In generic strategies, how many we have? 3 strategies, right? First strategy we have is cost leadership. So generic strategies mein first one, Cost leadership. Cost leadership strategy. No. Sir, what exactly is this cost leadership strategy? Sir, cost leadership means name itself tells you. I want to be a low cost producer of goods or high cost producer of goods. If I want to follow cost leadership strategy, am I focusing on features? Am I focusing on quality? Or am I focusing on price? Here in cost leadership strategy, my primary strategy will be to reduce the cost. I want to be clear. Business business wants to capture market. Business wants to capture market in simple words by selling low cost goods. Low cost goods. I want to survive in the market. I want to be in the market. I want to beat the competition by becoming a what? By selling low cost goods or low priced goods. Clear? But when is this possible, sir? Like when is this possible? In which type of countries should I go for? In which type of market should I go for cost leadership strategy? When people in a market are quality conscious or price conscious? Obviously, when price conscious, clear, it can be effective. This strategy can be effective. Clear? This strategy can be effective if market is composed. If market is composed of what? Of clear. Market is composed of price sensitive buyers. Price sensitive buyers. Clear? Market is composed of what, sir? Price sensitive buyers. Simple. Means people here, people are more into price rather than quality. Then only I can go for cost leadership. But how to go for cost leadership? Example, forward and backward integration. Backward integration. I may be able to reduce the cost if I follow either forward integration strategy or backward integration strategy. Let us say, for example, we have a raw material supplier. Then we have manufacturer. Then we have wholesaler. And then we have retailer. Clear? Then we have retailer. Now tell me, if manufacturer gives the goods, clear, if manufacturer gives the goods to wholesaler, manufacturer is giving the goods to wholesaler, and wholesaler is then giving the goods to retailer. Because of which MRP will increase or decrease. When manufacturer is giving the goods to wholesaler, wholesaler is giving to retailer, retailer to customer. Will they all add their own profit margin? Since they all add their profit margin, MRP will increase. But now imagine if a manufacturer himself is planning to become a retailer. If a manufacturer directly becomes a retailer, now tell MRP will increase or decrease? MRP will decrease. Because of which I will be able to provide the goods at a cheaper price than compared to my competitors. So can I say because of forward integration, this is what, sir? Forward integration. Because of this forward integration, am I able to reduce the cost? Since I am able to reduce the cost, I will be charging very less price from you. In simple words, cost leadership strategy. Now, manufacturer, if manufacturer becomes raw material supplier, this is called what? Backward integration. Now, see, earlier what used to happen? Raw material supplier used to supply goods to raw materials to manufacturer, at 10% profit. And now, if a manufacturer directly becomes a raw material supplier, what will happen? That 10% profit, that 10% excess money what raw material suppliers were charging, will that fellow be able to charge now? No. I am only the raw material supplier, I am only the manufacturer, because of which again what will happen? My MRP will reduce. My MRP will reduce. Since because of forward integration also my MRP is reducing, because of backward integration also I am able to reduce my MRP. Clear? That is why forward and backward integration के हिसाब से, it because of this I will be able to reduce my cost, because of which I may be able to become a cost leader. But remember one thing, cost leadership, this is very important point. Cost leadership should be generally pursued, should be generally pursued in conjunction with differentiation strategy. Clear? So it means only cost leadership, only if I follow cost leadership I may not be able to be as successful as I planned. If I follow only differentiation strategy, I may not be as successful as I planned. But if I follow cost leadership along with differentiation strategy, then chances of success will increase. Clear? Next. But remember one thing, there is a risk of pursuing. Every strategy has its own risk, right? The risk of cost leadership strategy. Risk of cost leadership strategy. What is the risk of cost leadership strategy? It can be easily copied by competitors. competitors may imitate my strategy. So when competitors start imitating my strategy, means they are seeing that they are in the market, they are able to see that because of me reducing the cost, my revenue is increasing, my profits are increasing, and now they also want to follow the same strategy. And since they also start following the same strategy, they start copying my strategy by reducing the cost, because of which what will happen? My profits will come down, my competitors' profits will come down, complete industry profits will come down. Industry profits fall down. Complete industry profits fall. Clear? Complete industry profits will fall. This is one risk of following what? Cost leadership strategy. But now question comes, how to achieve this strategy? Like how to go for cost leadership strategy? How to achieve cost leadership? How to achieve cost leadership means how to become a cost leader. How, sir? Let us see. Number one. Clear? Number one. Forecast product demand. Forecast product demand accurately. Simple. Sir, if I, as a business, if I am able to properly forecast my future demand, I repeat, as a business, if I am able to forecast my future demand properly, in that case, what is going to happen? I will plan my production accordingly, and since I am able to forecast it properly, produce the goods properly, I will be able to reduce my cost. And then optimum utilization of resources. Optimum utilization of resources. Clear? What do we mean by optimum utilization of resources? Maximum utilization, minimum wastage. Clear? Maximum use and minimum waste. Maximum usage and minimum wastage. And when my wastage reduces, wastage is minimum, automatically what happens? Cost also falls. Then economies of scale. Economies of scale. What do we mean by economies of scale? Increase the production and automatically cost per unit will fall down, right? This is one more example. Then standardization of products. Standardization of products for mass production. Standardization of product for mass production. So standardization of product means less variety, less variety. Mass production means high volume. Mass production means high volume. So when I reduce the variety what I provide but increase the volume of products what I produce, I will produce very less variety of goods but high volume of goods. Because of that what happens? My cost will reduce. Then number 5, invest in cost saving technologies. I can invest in cost saving technologies. Here I can invest in cost saving technologies. Example, sir, I may buy some advanced technology which will help me to reduce my cost. Then number 6, what else I can do? Resistance to, here, resist, resist differentiation until it becomes necessary. Until it becomes necessary. Clear? Until it becomes necessary means do not go for differentiation because differentiation is costly. So do not involve in differentiation. Don't go for differentiation or providing features and all. Don't think about that unless and until differentiation becomes necessary. Don't go for differentiation. Only and only try to do what? Only and only try to reduce the cost of your products. Clear? So this is how I can achieve cost leadership, or I may be able to become a cost leader by charging less price. Now, now let us see advantages and disadvantages of. Now let us see advantages and disadvantages of cost leadership. One side I will write advantages and second side I will write disadvantages. Advantage number 1. Clear? Advantage number 1. Competitors are likely to avoid price war. Means immediately when I reduce my cost, all other companies will not immediately start reducing the cost. Why? They may not be capable of doing it, right? I am doing it because I am capable of reducing the cost, but every company may not be able to do that. Since they feel that their profits might reduce, that is why immediately what happens? They may not enter into a price war with me by reducing the price. Because of this, what happens? Because of this, low cost firms continue to earn profits. Here low cost firms continue to earn profits. Simple. Clear? So since I am reducing the cost, it doesn't mean that all other companies will immediately reduce the cost. They will not reduce the cost immediately till they feel that it will be successful for them. Because of this, for a short term, at least in the short term, my profits will increase. Powerful customers, powerful buyers, powerful buyers will not be able to exploit cost leader. Means, see, it means, let us say, as we already told, bargaining power of buyers. That bargaining power of buyers will become useless in cost leadership strategy. Why? I am the company which is providing you the lowest possible cost. There is no other company which is providing you this price. Since I am 100 clear, since I am the only company which is providing you the products at this dead cheap prices, you have no other option but to buy from me. You cannot further argue with me for bargaining. Practically not possible. They won't, because they know if I don't sell to them, there is no other option for them. Everyone is charging very high price. Since the price already what I'm charging is less than their expectations. price what I'm charging in the market is already lesser than the expectations of consumers. That is why they will not enter into a price war with me, or sorry, they will not try to again, clear, they will not try to again bargain with me. Next, then cost leaders are able to cost leaders are able to absorb greater price increases. Greater price increases means today I'm charging very less price, but it doesn't mean that I will charge lesser price for lifetime, right? Today I'm charging less price, but I will not continue to charge less price till lifetime. Maybe for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Once my brand gets established, then automatically what, slowly I will start increasing the price over a period of time. And because the customers got used to my product, when I was charging very less price, lots of customers came to me and they got used to my product. Now they are comfortable in using my product. Now what will I do? Slowly I will increase the price over a period of time, and they will also be ready to pay that extra price. Why? They are now comfortable in using my product. Low cost producers create entry barriers. Clear? Low cost producers create entry barriers to new entrants. Obviously, sir, since the existing company is able to provide you products at a dead cheap price, that too at a better quality and brand value, why will a new company enter into the market when it knows that its products will not be sold? Then, clear? Then, last one, low cost leaders are likely to reduce cost to customers induce customers. Simple. I will further reduce my cost. Even though I'm selling at a lowest price, I will further reduce the cost. Why? I want more and more customers, right? I want more and more customers. Clear? So these are the 5 advantages. Take a break of 10 minutes. Clear? 10 minutes break you take, and then we will continue with disadvantages. Disadvantages में sir, disadvantage number 1, cost advantage. Here the cost advantage may not remain in long term. May not remain in long term means, sir, today my competitors are not reducing the price. Today my competitors are not reducing the price like me. Today I'm having an advantage. But over a period of time, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line, once they come to know that, my cost leadership strategy has become successful, because of which I'm able to get more profits, then they will also start copying this strategy. Once they also start copying this strategy over a period of time, in the long run, I will not be the only company who is following cost leadership strategy. Because of it, that monopolistic power what I used to have, that will go now. Next. Now, this strategy can be successful only if clear firm achieves high sales volume. Obviously, sir, since I'm reducing my price, my sales volume should be high, then only I will be in profits. Sir, price is also less, sales volume is also less, I won't be able to survive. Next, problem number 3, disadvantage number 3. Technology changes. Here, technology changes are big threat to cost leader. Sir, I'm a cost leader, sir. I am reducing my price, but suddenly, let us say technology changes. If I have to implement new technology in my business, I won't be able to operate at the same cost, right? I have to increase my cost to recover my expenses. Lots of money I have to invest in technology, and then finally reducing marketing to reduce cost. I am reducing the marketing in order to reduce the cost. Can prove expensive in future. Can prove expensive in future. Here can prove expensive in future means today in order to save cost I'm reducing the marketing. But since I'm reducing the marketing, number of people who might be aware of my product might reduce in future, because of which my sales may drop. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of which strategy? Cost leadership strategy. Now, so the second type of generic strategy what we have here is, that is cost leadership strategy. Sorry, differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy. Now, what exactly do we mean by differentiation strategy? So, differentiation strategy means offer products, offer products with different features, with different features than competitors. Than competitors. I'm offering different product features than compared to competitors. That is why this called which strategy? Differentiation strategy. I'm providing different features because of which people may be inclined towards buying my product. But however, remember, just by providing different features, it does not guarantee competitive advantage. Does not guarantee competitive advantage. Means I cannot say that just by providing clear it, there is no guarantee that just by providing some extra features, just by providing some unique features, I will have an advantage over my competitors. No, that is practically not possible. Especially, especially when clear, especially when customer needs are not met. Customer does not value uniqueness, or easy imitation. Easy imitation by competitor is possible. Here, easy imitation by a competitor is possible. Here, so I repeat. So basically, uh, this differentiation strategy may not be successful if customer does not value my uniqueness. I'm providing some unique features, but customer feels that these type of features, even though they are unique, they are useless for them. That is why differentiation strategy may not be successful, or whatever unique features I'm providing, it is easy for my competitors also to provide this type of uniqueness. That is why these might be the reasons why my differentiation strategy may not be successful. But remember, that is why, remember, this strategy should be followed. This strategy should be followed only after only after careful understanding of what, sir? Customer needs and preferences. Needs and preferences. So if I'm providing some uniqueness, that uniqueness should be as per the requirements of customers. Don't provide what uniqueness what you want. Try to provide the uniqueness what your customer wants. Next, imagine if my differentiation strategy is successful. Imagine if my differentiation strategy is successful, then Since I'm providing unique features, will I be able to charge high prices from my customers? Simple question. If my uniqueness is successful, if my differentiation is successful, will I be able to charge extra money from my customers? Yes, obviously, I will be able to charge more money from my customers. So, firm will be clear, firm will be able to charge, firm will be able to charge higher price, higher price for its products or services, products or services. Firm will be able to charge higher price for its products or services and gain customer loyalty, and gain customer loyalty. Clear? And I will also be able to gain what, sir? Customer loyalty. Simple. The example of this differentiation, let us say for example better customer service. I am providing better customer service than compared to others, or differentiation may be in the form of spare parts availability. Like let us say my spare parts are available even in local shops also, but your company ka spare parts are available only in your showroom where price is very high. Then product performance. Like let us say mileage of my vehicle is much more better than compared to your vehicle ka mileage. Or here I will write mileage. And then we also have one more example, ease of use. My product is much more better and easy to use than compared to your product. If a customer buys your product, it takes time for customer 2, 3, 4 months to understand how to use the product. But if a customer buys my product, within a matter of 1 or 2 days, my customer will be finding it easy to use my product. Then the useful life. So the useful life of my product is 5 to 6 years more than compared to your product. These are all a basis of differentiation. Clear? Now, but however, remember one thing: customer, when customer when customer feels high price is not justified as per features, means my customer feels that the features what you're providing are less, but the price what you're asking for that features is very high. Then cost leadership strategy, then cost leadership strategy, cost leadership strategy easily, clear, cost leadership strategy easily defeats what's a differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy. So if customer does not value the uniqueness, then obviously cost leadership is better than compared to differentiation strategy. Clear? Next. Now let us see how to achieve this strategy. How to achieve differentiation. How to achieve differentiation. Point number 1 here. Offer utility. Clear? Offer utility to customers. Clear? Offer utility to customers and match products with their needs and preferences. Needs and preferences means do not provide what feature, clear, do not provide to customers the features what you want to provide. I repeat, don't provide features to customers what you want to provide. provide those features to customers what customers require. Then only I will be able to be successful in differentiating my products with my competitors' products. Next, elevate performance of product means try to improve the performance of the product than compared to competitors. Offer high quality for customer satisfaction. For customer satisfaction means if you provide high quality goods, then only customers will be satisfied and they feel that okay, since you're focusing on quality, all other companies are focusing on cost, you are the only company which is focusing on quality, then they will try to slowly move in from other companies to your companies. Then rapid product innovation. Here, rapid product innovation. Keep innovating. When you keep innovating, automatically what will happen? Some uniqueness will be there in your products and services. Then enhance brand value. Obviously, sir, brand value nowadays brand sells rather than the product. If you are having a good brand, automatically sales will increase. And then here, fix the prices. Fix prices as per clear fixed prices as per two things. Number one, features what a company is providing plus buying capacity of consumers simple. Fix the price as per what, sir? As per features and buying capacity of consumers. Based on these things if you keep in mind, then I'm sure that you will be able to achieve your differentiation. Next, just like we have seen for other places, sir, here also let us see advantages and disadvantages of this strategy. Advantage number one, clear? Advantages में number one, brand loyalty. Simple. Brand loyalty. Since customers are loyal towards me, my customers will keep coming back to buy my products only. Next, buyers don't negotiate. Buyer don't negotiate. Here, buyers will not negotiate. Why? Because they know that I am the only company which is providing something unique. Because of that uniqueness, they will not bargain with me. They will be ready to pay whatever price I ask them to pay. Next, number three, able to absorb high cost. Obviously, sir, even though I buy raw materials at a higher cost, I repeat, even though I am buying the raw materials at a higher cost, but still I am able to increase the price of the product and sell the products at a high price and recover my cost. Next, new entrants avoid this strategy. Here, new entrants avoid this strategy as uniqueness is costly. Here, as uniqueness is costly. Obviously, sir, uniqueness is costly, right? It is not that cheap. Then cannot replace. Here, substitutes cannot replace what? Substitutes cannot replace differentiated products. Differentiated products. For differentiation, here substitute products cannot replace differentiated products. Why? Differentiated products mean lot of features will be there which substitutes will not be provided. So just like advantages, we have disadvantages also. What is the disadvantage, sir? The biggest disadvantage is that uniqueness may not survive in long term. Means the features what I'm providing which are unique today may not remain unique in future. Why? Because the other companies may also copy my strategy, right? The other companies may also copy what I'm doing. That is why the uniqueness may not be surviving in long term. And number two, charging charging high price charging high price may result into customers switching to substitutes substitute products. Obviously, sir, since I'm providing products at a very high price, in case if they feel that the features what I'm providing and the price what I'm charging is not relevant, then what they will do, they will obviously shift to substitute products. Clear? So anyone has any doubts here? Any doubts in differentiation strategy? No? Okay. Now last strategy here. The last strategy we have is focus strategy. Focus strategy. Now, what exactly do we mean by this focus strategy? Sir, in a focus strategy, organization concentrates on a particular group of customers, or a particular geographic market, or a particular product line segment, or product line segment. Product line segment. Okay. Now let us take an example. Let us say, for example, Diet Coke. Now, what is the target audience for Coca-Cola company for Diet Coke? Is it all types of customers or only customers who are diabetic patients, like diabetic patients and health conscious people? Diabetic patients and health conscious people are the only category of audience, only category of customers for whom, sir? Coca-Cola. That is an example of what? Focus strategy for group of customers. Or geographic market means, let us say Apple sells its products only and only in premium market. So Apple ka product line is what, sir? Premium. And then we have geographic market. I am selling my product only in a particular area, not everywhere. So if I'm targeting, very clear, if I'm targeting only some type of customers or some type of markets or only some type of products, I don't want to be huge company. I want to focus only on some limited things. Then it is called what? Focus strategy. Clear? Now. And when is focus strategy going to be useful? Only when consumers, customers have different preferences. Different preferences. Consumers have different preferences, sir. Every consumer ka preference is different. And competitors are not attempting. Here, competitors are not attempting to specialize in the target, to enter into the market. Like there are some group of customers whose taste and preferences are completely different from others in the market, and no other company is entering into that particular segment. That is why I want to enter into that segment. But what, sir? The risk is that other competitors may copy the strategy. May copy strategy. Means if they see me successful in a focus strategy, immediately what will happen? They will also start following the focus strategy only. Now, but question comes, how to achieve focus strategy. How do I do this, sir? Number one, select specific niche. Select specific niche. Niche means a rare, something which is rare, which is not covered by, which is not covered by cost leaders and differentiators. Clear? I repeat, try to enter into that market which is not captured by cost leaders also as of now, which is not captured by differentiators also as of now. Because if cost leaders and differentiators are already there into that particular industry, then there is no meaning of following focus. Then create superior skills. Superior skills. Unless and until I have superior skills, I won't be able to follow this strategy, right? Why, sir? To cater to niche markets. Which markets, sir? Niche markets. Cater to niche markets. Clear? Next. Now, then, clear, in addition to this, what do I need to do? Number three, generate high efficiencies. Generate high efficiencies. Clear? Number one, try to select that area which is neither clear. Try to select that area which is neither covered by cost leaders nor covered by differentiators. Increase your skills, increase your efficiency, and clear and innovation. Innovation. These are the four reasons or four ways in which I can achieve what, sir? I can achieve something called focus strategy. Now let us see advantages. Advantages may first one we have is clear, premium prices can be charged. Premium prices can be charged. Clear? I can charge premium prices. Why? I am one of the rare companies in the industry who is providing you this type of product or service which no one else is providing, right? That is why I can charge a premium from you. And then rivals rivals may find rivals may find your rivals may find difficult to compete. Difficult to compete. Why, sir? I am the first person to enter into an industry where very rare type of customers are there. Example, Diet Coke or vegan restaurant. These are very rare. And since I've already established a brand before some other company, new companies like other companies may find it difficult to enter into the market. Why? Again, they have to restart their brand value. Then we have disadvantages. Clear? Now, disadvantages for number one, firm lacking distinctive competencies. May find difficult to survive. May find difficult to survive. May find difficult to survive. Obviously, in case if you don't have the enough competency, if you don't have enough innovation, you won't be able to survive. Number two, niche could disappear in future. In future, obviously, sir. Today, my competitors are not entering into the industry where I am into, but future may They are going to enter because of this, the niche what I was having in the market, I may lose it. And due to due to limited demand, price is always high. Price is always high. Clear? Price is always high. Simple. Since the demand, see, I'm into an industry where a very rare type of customers are there. Since type of customers are very rare, my sales will also be very less. Since sales will be less, I will increase my price in order to earn profits. That is called what? That is, these are the disadvantages of which strategy? Focus strategy. Any doubts? So with this, we complete this chapter.